who came from that angle for Abu Salih, he should be able to follow that example and build the man record and prove to the whole world that these people, they are doing the right thing.
Thank you very much. Incidentally, I have two men of God from Edo Central, Dr. Royals from Edo Central, Bishop Lucky Omonabese also have roots in Edo Central. Yes, so, and that's the reason they are so passionate, because Professor Abu Salih is one man that will continue to remember, who introduced free education. Professor Abu Salih, in his time, students used to enjoy cooked food by the Bende state government in those days. Professor Abu Salih brought reading materials, exercise books, biro, pens, pencils. People will not forget that man. And that's what they are saying, that distinguished Senator Modu Ukpewolo really needs these prayers so that he can really surpass what Professor Ambrose Ali did in his days. But we'll talk more if prayers actually can influence leaders, because we've seen that so many leaders, once they are sworn in, some begin to do something different from the expectations of the people despite prayers. But we'll talk about that after this break. It's always a delight to have you back. For those of you spending your 60 minutes with us, we are glad. Those just joining us, you've taken the right decision, because we are looking at the influence of religious leaders on governance, on our leaders. We've seen that after election, after the swearing of public office holders, governors, the president, most times they actually take oath of office, oath of allegiance. But you begin to wonder when you discover that maybe a governor is behaving inimical to the welfare and progress of the people. Sometimes it's appalling that decisions by the president, decisions by governors do not favor the people, do not favor the masses. The masses are suffering, smiling and suffering. Putting on agbada and suffering inside the agbada is the situation in Nigeria. So we'll come back to Dr. Royal. Now, we've just seen a governor now who went to meet religious leaders and said, pray for me. Now, what is the implication of that development, Dr. Royal?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It shows, number one, that the governor is a humble man.
Okay. That
speaks of humility. That also shows that he needs divine presence.
Okay.
He knows that the task of governing a state is beyond man. Because, you see, there are a lot of people who meet the governor on a daily basis.
Yes.
People come with different spirits. People come with different things. People can visit different places just to make sure that what they tell the governor to do, he does them.
You are talking about voodoo now.
I'm telling you, even in the Bible, there's a man called Haman who for 1 year was into nonsense because he wanted a particular nation to be destroyed, people in that nation to be destroyed. The Bible told us that for 1 year he was playing oracle, they playing oracle for him, until he went to the king and told the king that one so and so persons to be destroyed. Naturally speaking, the king would have said, let's investigate this matter. Let's know if your allegations are true before I take decision.
Yes.
But the king didn't say that. He just signed. And that was all. So a lot of people meet the government. So the government is taking the right. He speaks of humility. He speaks of divine guidance. He is also a way of protection and preservation, and against demonic forces, demonic presence. The man who is doing that, he knows why he's doing it. Governance is not child's play. So that is it. I commend the governor for taking that step. It's a sign that at this point he's telling God, help me to succeed as a governor.
Bishop Lucky Omonabese, we've heard of rumors, allegations that we could not really substantiate that some people were saying, oh, there are demons in Aso Rock. There was a time that rumor was really everywhere. You know, though I don't believe, some people don't believe, but some other persons believe. Do you think that some persons can actually use voodoo power to influence the decisions of governors and maybe a president?
Very correct, sir.
Okay.
If you get to the book of Daniel chapter 6, Bible say a certain man called Daniel was elevated.
Yeah.
And so 3 men came together and told them, say, not when they are alive. And they made sure that the king signed a certain evil decree to send the man to the lion den. Now, it took Daniel prayerfully with his knee for God to intervene, divine intervention, to help him out of that danger. So it happened with the governor. In anything you are doing, the governor, the president, anything you are holding political class, there are people visit so many funny altars just to make sure the person in charge fail. Because men, as a governor, you came up from a certain party, and that party, and those that don't like that party, you have political enemies who will be praying for his failure. He understood that the world is full of evil. That's why he connected to God. So let me need God to help me to overcome all those that want to fail. I want me to fail. All the things he's saying, we do this, flower here and there, roast here and there. As he's saying it on the telly, people are hearing it. The people that are watching it, who are not happy with him, want it to fail. Then if he does not follow the route of prayers and divine guidance, he will surely fail. There are some men of God who open church, who carry heavy anointing, but because there are some forces who wanted to fail in the environment, can manipulate some evil members and make sure the man of God fail.
Even in the church?
Yes, sir. I've been preaching for 30 years. I found out for 20 years. And that's not what I'm talking about. Then the governor needed it to work. That's why I meet God. Meet the pastor, they will pray for him, whether he can succeed. We always say, pray for your leaders, and they can succeed. That's what he's doing. He's doing the right thing. And also pray for him that God should give him grace to fulfill and complete all the project he's doing for Edo South, Edo Central, and Edo North.
Thank you very much. I think the governor really needs prayer, because now that unexpectedly, there's rainfall now. And if wisdom is not applied, some contractors will run away from site. They will not complete ongoing road construction projects. These are unforeseen circumstances. I think the governor really needs prayers so that he can actually superintend over these contractors to complete the roads. Only yesterday I drove through Ogun Road in Oluku, and I noticed that Ogun Road is under construction. And despite the rainfall, I noticed that the contractors were there. I was really surprised. I said, oh, this is what should be going on. No contractor should run away from site because of rainfall. I think these prayers are really necessary.
Seriously?
Yes, but Dr. Roya, what advice do you really have for this governor to succeed?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
First and foremost, you see, seeking prayers is a sign that he understands his inadequacy.
Yeah.
That he needs extra strength. The second thing that, because after the prayers, what you do next matters a lot.
Okay.
Because praying for a man who is not willing to do the right thing will not still make him do the right thing. Because the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the man speaks. But one thing I say about the governor, being that he is the one moving, going to look for prayer, not like, pastors or people pressuring him, go and look for prayer. If he's the one making the move, it shows that he tells well. My advice to him is that he should keep doing the good work. He should keep let him surround himself with people who will tell him the truth, even if it hurts him. Because most times people around governors do not have the temerity, the sagacity to tell him the truth. Even if it hurts, let him look for, even if there are 1, 2, or 3 persons who he can tell, look at me in the eye and tell me what I need to do, how I need to do it. Because I think one of the clips I saw the other day, the governor was already telling somebody that people are angry that he doesn't want to share money. I think nobody should be angry that the governor is not sharing money. He wasn't elected to share money. He was elected to govern Edo State, not to share money. So Hearing that alone, I just say this governor is ready to do the work, because it means he's not bound to the whims and caprices of certain persons to just siphon those state cake.
Is government house a bank that money is being shared? Why are certain politicians always looking forward to a governor that would like to share money?
It's because many politicians see politics as their office, politics as their mainstream of income, which ought not to be. You're supposed to be a businessman. You have a professional career that you are pursuing. Then politics is just by the way. It's supposed to be by the wayside. But in this part of the world, it has become a normal way of life. That somebody becomes a commissioner, a governor, in the space of 2 years, he has become a multi-billionaire. So now it is business that people even take loan from bank to campaign for election. So I think the governor should not share money. He should keep doing the good work. At least there is the first flyover we are seeing now in Benin City, the one at Rama Park. I think that's the bridge there. I think we are seeing another thing like that going on at Adesua. So it shows that the governor is doing everything possible to write his name in gold. He should not be distracted. He should maintain focus, and all the promises he promised Edo people, he should make sure he carry them out, because that is what that's what we guarantee second tenure for him.
Yes, Bishop Lucky, we've noticed that some public office holders,
yes, sir,
once they are elected, once they are sworn in, they are distracted. Some of them, they start doing things that you will be shocked that is this governor aware that this is not the reason for which he was elected? You know, so what's your advice for this governor?
Well, I advise my honorable governor should continue his good work. He will have obstacles. We have people that don't want to see him succeed. Just have to focus so that he can succeed. They must make sure all the promises, campaign promises, all the things must be fulfilled. Not just in his own central district. Okay. We have Edo South. Edo South, I keep on saying, we have the Edo South, we have the largest land of farming. We need food. It should encourage farmers, give them security. As you are building the road, building hospital, flyover, but we need food. Because a hungry man can't climb flyover. We need food.
Yes. I need to reiterate that. Bishop Lucky of Olabese said, Your Excellency, Bishop Lucky of Olabese said, a man that is hungry cannot climb flyover. He cannot even climb the steps. Yeah. You know, so the people need food. Yes.
Yeah, we need food.
Yes.
I am very happy what he's doing.
Okay.
I'll be able to go to travel to the Donut, etc. Everywhere. I'm happy. But this area, the government is not touching.
Okay.
The area of agriculture, the area of food. Hunger is worse than HIV. Hunger. A man that is hungry reason different from any other person. A hungry man can look at this AC, brown white, think it's brown. Because his eyes are dim.
Yes.
His brain will be working at the clockwise. Because it's hungry.
Okay.
Then the government is a practices, pharmacies, and so encourage. No, I'm not saying you can't give us your money. Go look for these big farmers. Then they don't start. Then they don't know. Invest in them so that by June this year we should be enjoying food, because hunger make a good man to become a bad man.
Thank you very much. I think we'll talk about that, because hunger really, when somebody is hungry, sometimes it's not even seeing you properly. It's not reasoning properly, and that's why they say hungry man is an angry man. You know, there's that in the local palace. Hungry man is an angry man. Well, we'll talk about the influence of religious leaders on governance after this break. In Nigeria, we've been talking on the influence of religious leaders and the different dimensions, schools of thought have actually crept in. And Bishop Lucky of Olabese just talked about the issue of hunger, that yes, the governor is good, he called on religious leaders to pray for him, but he should also look at his style of governance, that there's need for investment in the agricultural sector so that food, surplus food can be made available that some people cannot even afford 3 square meals again. People are hungry in the land and they need food. Once there is food, people will be able to reason properly. A man without food cannot reason properly. May not even understand the policies of government, may not understand the shine agenda, because hunger is troubling him or her. Well, something just happened today, which is in the news now, and that had to do with the Electoral Act. And public office holders, the politicians are the ones that are elected. As we prepare for 2027 election, the Senate has rejected the electronic transmission of election results. Gentlemen, we'll start with Dr. Royal. Are you comfortable with this?
I think at this point in our history, in our political history, in our national history, every well-meaning politician for this nation should begin to think of how to move this country forward, not to take us backward or to make us stagnant. You see, in America, you don't see queue. People can vote from any point. People can vote from anywhere. So I don't see any reason why every year we have people that we elected. We elected them. Senators were elected by the people to go and represent the interest of the people, not their interest, the interest of the people. Nigeria at this point is overdue for electronic transmission of results, because that is one of the ways we have transparency, accountability. That's why we can hold INEC accountable, because I see no reason why people who are learned, people who are literate will be fighting against technology in transmission of results. I think Nigeria should come out to reject that move that Senate, the Nigerian Senate is making. Nigeria should come out en masse to reject it, that at this time of our history, nobody that we elected will take us backward. Or Nigeria should mark those persons who were responsible for saying that this move.
Let me quickly interject, so that we don't go and incite the people.
No, we are not inciting, sir.
Okay.
So that they don't return to the House of Senate again.
Okay.
Yes. It's that time we let them know. It's either you represent us, okay, or you come back home.
Thank you very much. Bishop Lucky.
Well,
electronic transmission was rejected by the Senate from the Electoral Act.
If you ask me, it's a very wrong move.
Okay.
We are a few months will be 66 years after I defended. A 66-year-old man should have grandchildren who are already graduated University of Benin. Yes. Now this country is now 66 years old. Now people in the Senate ought to be thinking forward. They are rejecting something that is acceptable all over the whole world. Meaning they have a plan to keep on dealing with us. That when you see white, the day in the night become black. Then we as Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian person, I'm from Nigeria, from Edo State, and I will remain in Nigeria. I cannot claim British. Then we are saying today, that's my opinion, that they should revise that thing and accept it, because we need to be do everything
electronics,
electronics, so that we will know as we are voting, we know what we are is going to our reporter, we know what we are doing. Not that we are voting later, they will tell us that the machine have for us and we know there's no light. We will pass it in the day of election. We will donate our generator to my polling booth where I will be voting.
Yes.
So that they will not say there's no light.
Everybody will bring generator to the polling unit.
Yeah, so that we'll be voting, okay, and we're getting it right. Rejecting this bill is show to the whole entire universe that Nigeria, people that are governors, their brain is far from this age.
I think let me quickly add to what
okay,
let me quickly add to what
Dr. Royal.
Let me add to what Bishop said.
Yes.
You see, at this, I relate with the people.
Yes.
I relate with commoners. I relate with street people. As of today, if you ask 10 Nigerians, are you going to vote in the next election? 8 will tell you we are not going. Because what will my vote do?
So that is a voter party.
What will my vote do? After all, my vote doesn't count. So the more you try to preach, I don't know why, anytime we are approaching the election, these political leaders come with policies and laws that kills people morale to go and vote. Because that alone, that step alone, has also weakened the resolve of many people to go and vote. It will now look like, after all, I've said it before, what will my vote? Will my vote count? Will my vote matter? The Nigerian Senate, I think, with immediate effect, they should go back and sit and revert that decision. And I think those who told them to do that should also tell them to go and change it, because Nigerians are not happy.
Thank you very much. Okay, now let's come back to our discussion proper now.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's something you said, that because of the way some men of God are behaving, some ministers are behaving,
yes, sir,
some are not behaving right. You said it.
Yeah.
And because of that, some Nigerians seem not to have confidence in them. So when they see a governor ask for prayers in a church, some persons will say, oh, in the US, they don't ask for prayers. Governors in states in the US, they don't ask for prayers. Rather, things are being done. Policies are implemented for the benefit of the people. That you don't see any governor in a US state say, oh, please pray for me. That before you even desire to be a governor, you have the capacity, you are competent, you are knowledgeable, you have everything to ensure that you can actually lead the people. So, do you think this issue of prayer should always be coming in?
You know, we are not America, we are
Okay.
Africa.
Okay.
Our reason is different from their reason.
Okay.
They are far developed than us. Then the kind of politics we play in Nigeria is politics of hatred. We have no continuity. If it's a governor now for 8 years, he started this IT, a very big communication company. If I now become a governor, I will abandon it.
You want to even kill what the former governor did?
That kind of spirit is in our gene. The governor knew that the kind of environment we find ourselves, a very toxic environment, full of power, black and all the demonic way of operation. Then he need prayer. But after prayer, he should use his own brain to make sure things are working. Because while we pray for you, it's not just to pray to give offering the church. No, we are praying for you to make sure the whole thing you promise Edo people is done. Get it done. Prayer is good. You that we are praying for have your own energy and force. Bible said God gave you power to make way. Get your energy and force. Make sure sometimes you step on toes to make the masses happy. Because the masses are the ones that will be happy, not people surrounding your table. Those guys at your table are not in this country. They flew in and flew out. We are the one in this country. I live in the Yowa here. Some politicians have not been to Yowa since they left that place. But they are from that community. You will call them to say, I'm coming, they want to see them. But the governor should understand, after prayer, I should do that. And number two, why people do not respect men of God, because so many men of God are not cultured. They are not trained. They did not pass through the process to know the ethics of ministry. All they do is just they are called by God, went to one church, trained by a church, they can see vision, prophesy, now next thing he opened his own church. Everybody are not general overseer. Some are Apollos, some are Paul. But today everybody in the body of Christ are Paul, no Apollos.
People will not understand those terminology.
Yeah.
But I believe what Bishop is saying is that, yes, for you to be a minister, you must be trained so that you can exhibit character, good conduct that the people can be proud of, not some kind of funny things being said about some minister. That's what he's saying. But all the same is saying, Mr. Governor, yes, you have received prayers, but you need to act. They say prayer without works.
Faith without works.
Faith without works.
Is dead.
So you have received prayers, you must work.
He has been empowered.
Yes. So is it only prayer that should be the focus when people are elected?
Thank you.
Okay.
You see, I think there is barely any politician in Nigeria today, when they are desiring or seeking political office, that doesn't go to church.
They go round.
They go around. They go to church, they go to mosque, they go to shrine. Anywhere they know prayer is being done, prayer is being offered, they go there. Like I said a moment ago, it's not just about the prayer, it's about your heart. If the heart of the candidate is not right, some just do this prayer thing to get endorsement. Oh, he went to that church, that popular church, so all the members of that ministry queue behind him because he went to. In fact, politicians are not taking it let's look for a big church to attend, so that when it's election time, the members of the church can just queue behind us. We already have votes. That is one of their strategy now. But I think we are approaching the season where we no longer look at your church. We no longer look at we look at what you can do. We look at your track record. You see, after prayers, it needs to go to work. But the truth is, the work of governance is not only for the governor alone. He should look for right-minded people. Putting square peg in square hole, a round peg in round hole. Because we have a situation in this nation where a lawyer was minister for power in this nation, and a lawyer was minister of works. We saw what happened. I think the minister of power now, I think I was told he's an accountant or something like that. Look at every day the national grid is collapsing because we have a square peg being placed in a round hole. It doesn't fit. He shouldn't use political office to settle political whatever.
Politicians.
Yes, settle politicians, you know, because you did this in the election. Let people merit what they are doing. And as I'm telling you now, let people merit every office is put in. Let them qualify for it. Don't just use office to settle godfathers. And then, okay, people are there, they are not answerable to you, they are answerable to a godfather. How do you think the state will run? The governor should do the right thing. It's not just prayer, because if you pray, if you are pouring water on a stone, it will not become soft. So it will still become a beautiful stone. So it's not just to receive prayer. Let him make up his mind to work. And I'm sure he's working already.
Okay, Bishop Lonkemonabies, as we gradually conclude.
Yes, sir.
Now, yes, prayer is good.
Yes, sir.
You have talked about the aspect of agriculture, that the governor should focus on agriculture. Are there other areas? Because the governor seems to be focused on this flyover thing.
Yeah.
And some persons are saying only flyover cannot help Edo State. That there are so many, for instance, insecurity is a problem in Edo State. Then the roads in the various communities, some persons are asking, and I think I need to quickly say this, Bishop. Now, in Edo South, how many new communities do we have? Can Edo State government actually inform the public of the data, the number of new communities that have opened up? Now, those new communities, don't they need tarred roads?
They need it.
Is it only in the city center that we need tarred roads? The new communities also need tarred roads. They pay taxes.
Yeah.
Some persons manage to build houses in new communities. Now, to access the city center is a problem because the roads are not tarred. So, Mr. Governor, some persons are of the opinion that it's not only flyover. We need roads in the new communities. If you take Edo South, the new communities. For instance, if you look at this Oluku now, I've always said it on this program because we have the opportunity of going around Oluku.
Yes, sir.
Many roads in this Oluku are not motorable. So you don't need to, I've said it more than once, and I believe government officials should come to Oluku, look at all those inner roads. You will discover
no roads.
There are no roads. Some persons in Oluku find it difficult to come to the third road.
Yeah.
From the inner part of the of this community. Once there's a rainfall, those small roads that even the landlords manage to create will just be flooded.
Yeah.
And people are stranded. Are they not part of Edo State?
They are part of
the
Edo
same
State.
thing with other communities.
Yes, sir.
So, what other areas do you think this governor should look at?
Now, the governor should focus on agriculture, because food is very, very important. They build this our Edo security network, give them the vigilante, empower them more than what is doing now. They do all these our roads inside the community that lead to farm, lead to different where we can bring the crops to the main town. It should be tied. Should be maintained, because if you go to Iyawasa, all those villages,
Yes.
if you enter their road, from that tar road to their farm, you can't even drive it with your bike. Not if you can. The people that apply that road, they are scrapped. Then with that kind of situation, these people are farming will not be able to transport their product to the main town. And because they are using high cost of transportation, there will also be high cost of selling their product to the consumers. The governor here is doing flyover, everything fine. As soon as I said, it's only a mother of 8 satisfied that can climb the flyover. You should understand that there are nobody will be hungry and thinking of climbing the flyover. They have to tackle that area, because if you pass Ijowa, go to Odeka, those villages, you will be surprised that some have to carry their load their head straight to the main road.
No third road.
Because even their machine cannot pass the place if it is rain. As it just rain now, the place is sleeping because it's so bad.
Okay, your concluding remarks, Dr. Roya. Concluding remarks.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think the governor, like Bishop said, he should look at how to employ our youth.
Okay.
Let me create employment for our youth, because the rate of insecurity is because the youth are jobless. A man who is working will hardly have time to commit crime.
That's true.
Secondly, our educational system, ethics and values should be reintroduced into our educational system. Let people know that there's dignity in labor. Because I think now we are not investing, we are not investing in education as much as we should. Because education, if you give a man education, it has a way of reducing insecurity. It has a way of making people enlightened that there are certain things an educated man will not do because he's enlightened. So we invest in education. During the Oshomole era, the red roof was a slogan. In the Oshomole era, I think when Obaseki came, the curriculum that the teachers were using became a slogan.
Yes,
this governor should consolidate on that. Let him empower our educational system. In fact, if possible, declare state of emergency in that education, then empower our youth. Let's take our youth off the street. We have youth in Edo State who have people following them massively on social media. They should use these persons as ambassadors to recruit youth. Let's train some into music, train some into comedy and the rest of that. Let them get busy. It will reduce crime.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my guest, Bishop Loke Monabese. Thank you very much for your comments. I believe that government officials will heed your call. Thank you, Dr. Roya Ayemere. I also believe that government officials will heed your call. This program serves as a platform for enlightenment, discussion, sensitization, and I believe that once we make comments here, it's not to castigate anyone, but rather it's our own way of supporting good governance. The prayers offered at Living Faith Church Era, that was commendable. We thank Mr. Governor for recognizing that he needs help, he needs God. But the guests are saying, after prayer, you need to sit down, you need to meditate, you need to think out of the box how you can develop Edo State. That you have a role model, Professor Ambrose Ali from Ekpoma, who did wonders when he was governor of Bende State, now defunct Bende State. And some persons still remember how free books, free textbooks, writing materials were given by the government of defunct Bende State to students, to schools. Some of the persons who benefited from Ambrose Ali's free education are leaders today, but they are not reenacting what Ambrose Ali did. They enjoyed it, but they are not ensuring that other persons enjoy what they enjoyed in their time. That's not good. On that note, I say thanks for being a part of 60 Minutes Nigeria. This week's edition has been interesting. By the grace of God, next week will be more interesting. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
ITV, certainly the best.
Ẹgbẹ̀júwà ọba àtọ́pẹ́. Ẹgbẹ̀júwà ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Oyè aṣáájú abẹ́rẹ́ tọpẹ́. Ayaba aṣáájú abẹ́rẹ́ tọpẹ́. Àlàyé aṣáájú abẹ́rẹ́ tọpẹ́. Ẹgbẹ̀dúwà.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello viewers, welcome to Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji, and it is that program that gives you and I opportunity to talk about some of the trending issues in the country and how it affects us as citizens. So today we're going to be talking about the withdrawal of police personnel from very important personalities in the country and how it's going to be affecting us as individuals, or better still, how it's going to impact us as citizens. And then again, the debates on legalizing gun ownership. So let's go talk to some persons and hear what they have to say in regards to this topic. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
Nigerian security architecture, I think it is a very, very wrong approach at this time. The way you talk about developed countries and thinking of how police operate, the environments are not the same. First, we do not have good roads. That when you call for police in an emergency response, if it's like in the developed countries, you see police appearing within minutes. You hear of cases of assassinations in places like America. It's only a matter of days they will find the killers of those people. Those are not the situations in Nigeria. People kidnap people in their houses, people kill people on the way, they don't even know who the killers are. The only thing too that also makes some of these people not to be on the road is the simple reason that when they know that there are escorts following some VIPs and some people on the way, they know that it's possible that at some point they will see unexpected police presence. But when they now get to the point where they now say, no, they cannot go with police and then the road is free and all that, you are only inviting terror back to us. If I'm traveling on the way and I know I'm licensed to have a gun in my car, some other persons are coming, and maybe we run into hoodlums, and they know that out of these 20 cars, there's a likelihood that 15 to 16 have arms in them. That will also create that sense of security for the people that are involved. So I just think that it is, yes, the idea to say let's have police at different points is there, but the architecture and infrastructure to support such an idea, we don't have it yet. You don't have drones flying everywhere. If you are overseas, you press a button in your house, they know it is emergency. The police will come, condone of your area, and the people cannot even escape. The police right now, as they are, first, they are not vehicles, they are not well equipped. So how do you even do it? I think that the decision that Mr. President needs to be reviewed.
I see it as a right development based on this issue that the president has made concerning police should be withdrawn from notable personalities that are in our society. You discover that for the police to be able to combat insecurity, we have less police in the society. Most of all these notable personality, you just discover that one person will be having 10 police. 10 police. If one particular person is having a police, about 10 attached to him, and the common man has no security to be attached to him, he has no security to be attached to him, then what is the fate of the masses? But to my own take, with this direction, this step that the president has taken, that all police official, army and the officials should be withdrawn from notable personality, is a welcome development, so that these officers will be able to go to the city, go to the street, go to the rural area to be able to combat these bandits. Because if all this caliber of men, notable personality, are be giving policemen policemen are attached to them, it will not be a wake-up development. But if they withdraw them, everyone, all hands will not be on deck to fight insurgency, to fight bandits. But when these men are secured, they will feel less concerned about the masses. I believe that with this step that the president has taken is a very good step, so that security for lives and property concerning the common man will be appreciated. On these aspects, it has advantage and it also have disadvantage. It is good for people to have self-defense against this insecurity. But the other way around, when every man is given that license to get
a gun or harm himself against attack, sometimes most people will not use it for self-protection, but rather they will begin to use it for destructive activities, like going into using it to embark on armed robbery and different. If somebody offends somebody, he can just bring out his gun and do killing. That is why it will not be encouraged. But the only advantage for the government is that let them employ more hands. Let them get more securities, people, recruit them, train them, tell them what to do, the rules and the dons that will govern their security apparatus. All these things should be put in place. Then with more and being employed and well paid, I believe that with all this, they can be able to contain this insurgency and bandits in our country.
We all know that the constitutional role of the police is the protection of lives and property. And like the president has rightly stated, the protection of lives of Nigerians are very paramount. And like the VIPs are still part of the citizens that the police is constitutionally empowered to protect. But you also realize from where the president is coming from, these VIPs form more or less like less than 10% of the larger population of Nigerians. And in that light, he feels that more attention should be given to the masses, to the larger population of Nigeria who are now faced with the challenges of insecurity, while also trying to address the manpower need of the Nigerian police. So in that regard, I totally support that directives that all available manpower now should be channeled towards the protection of the majority of Nigerians outside the VIPs that took a chunk of that number. Looking at on the right of Nigerians to own guns, I still believe that Nigeria is not yet ripe enough for such. Even in countries where they have such policies, they are trying to go back. If you see what's going on in America now, they are even trying to look at gun rights laws to see how it can be reviewed. So it's not a policy that has worked or that has been sustained in even where it is currently in force. So for Nigeria, it is not just our only gun that will solve the problem of insecurity. I can tell you, with the kind of anger, with the kind of issues we have now, if Nigerians own guns, they will be using it to settle personal scores, not even the insecurities now. So that might not really solve the problem. I think solving the problem, we need to go into community policing, volunteer security, seeing how well we can domesticate security, make security the duty of everybody, not necessarily a centralized arm of government like you have the centralized police now. So with that, I believe we can substantially bring down, if not to a barest minimum, the current challenges we have now. So it's not really whether we carry guns or not that would solve it, no.
It is a very good thing that the president is actually looking at how he can, curb security by having a lot of, security personnel on ground. But, if you have to fight insecurity by creating another level of insecurity, that's a very big problem, all right? Yes, we know that the VIPs have a lot of this, security escort with them. But if you look at this person too, they are human beings. And, somebody who has that kind of, level of position requires some level of security, around him. So for me, I will not, totally say that it is okay to withdraw all the, security personnel from the VIP. No, I do not think that's the best way to go. Instead, I think they should look for a way to have more persons in the force, in the military, in the police, and every other security agencies that can help, in this insecurity, because the VIP are human beings. The right to own a gun, I really do not think that Nigeria is matured for such a thing. Yes, we have that in some developed countries like America, but I do not advise that such law should be put here in Nigeria, because a lot of persons are going to take advantage of this particular situation, and they use it to do other very, very malicious activities. So I do not believe that Nigeria is ripe for self-ownership of gun at this particular point in time.
Insecurity in Nigeria is eating so deep into the life and well-being of Nigerians. Like in the area of business, it has affected us a lot. Like, for example, those our mothers who travel to village markets in this season of December, where they travel to buy plantain, yams, and others. We see many of them were unable to do this because of the insecurity, and that has also affected their own family, because they will not be able to provide for them because they were unable to do their business the way it ought to be. Like those of us in the real estate sectors, I think it affected us the more, because this is one of the most funny December I've ever experienced, whereby our brothers and sisters in diaspora, they are scared to return home to celebrate with us. And after they have saved this money, and they buy property at the end of the year, so that at least they will not count on one thing that they have achieved. But this time, many of them, they give up. Instead of coming to Edo State or or Nigeria to buy property, you will hear them saying that they want to go to places like Singapore, places like Spain. They will tell you the money they will use to buy property in Abuja, like maybe 350 million, 150 million, 200 million, is enough for them to get property in Spain. And that property in Spain will give them high return of investment than the property in Nigeria. And another thing that affected those in diaspora and the VIPs, let me use that word, very important personalities in our country, is the new law that has been passed by the president, that police personnel should be withdrawn from this set of persons. And the current situation of insecurity in Nigeria, so these persons, they will not be free to come in, because it's as if them coming in, they have signed their death sentence because the security is a threat to them. And at the same time, the police personnel that would have been of assistance to them to guide them is being withdrawn. So it's just as if they want to jump into a hot fry pan. So these ones is what stopped them from not coming to Nigeria, and it affected our business a lot. So those persons we are all to care for, these things restrict us to do a lot for our loved ones. Because if you don't sell property to get money, so there's no way you are going to spend money. So if you check, though we are having traffic and all these around, but the truth is that the well-being, the lifestyle of these our citizens is being compromised, because insecurity has cost them a lot. If the guns is being legalized to every citizen, it's going to cause more havoc at this initial stage. So I believe instead of legalizing gun to individuals, let's recruit more local security personnel that understand this terrain of this environment, because a stranger will not know my community more than me. So if they empower these personnel, give them good sophisticated weapon that they can use to withstand these perpetrators, the criminals, it will be able to at least help us a lot. So owning a gun or legalizing gun to Nigerians, you know, Africans, there's a way we think. Even some of the trained policemen that they are handling weapons, we see what happens after some of them have taken what they are not supposed to take. After they get, when their adrenaline get high, when they are angry, we see how they misuse the gun. So now legalizing gun for a trained person, a civilian, is going to cause more havoc and disaster to us. So I'm not in support of that.
While the opinions of our respondent varies, and some as think that the statement by the president to withdraw police personnel from VIPs in the country in order to combat crime, some are also saying that it is not a welcome development. But in all of this, the security of citizens and properties should be a priority. That is what people are clamoring for, and it is something that should be done in order for lives and property of citizens to be secured and for security to be guaranteed. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. Many thanks for watching.
ITV, certainly the best.
This is an Egbete community situated in Isako Central Local Government Area of Edo State. It is an agrarian community with united people that promotes unity and oneness for peaceful coexistence. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the cradle of black civilization, a kingdom where king is truly king. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is, the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set rolled out in beauty colors to showcase their might and strength, indicating their feet and ready for the responsibilities behold on them. The streets in the community with a feed up of young men and women adorned with the festival. Later, the royal family takes the stage as their children fight out royally and work in the community to showcase their might and fitness.
The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Really, we're talking that's about. What I said. So
that's,
when they bullied her,
yeah.
If she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused, or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for a shrebi and something. You have to be
they
smart.
Can't sit
if
down.
You see when they are dressing them over, dragging on both sides, you cannot breathe. And these women will stay in those events for hours just to keep up with that beauty trend.
Is that healthy?
That's not healthy.
I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels and we're reaching you live from our Lagos Network studio. Of course, Women in Conversation is a program designed for women to discuss about themselves.
ITV, certainly the best.
Alright guys, it's another lovely Monday evening, and of course it's my pleasure to have you join me on yet another amazing episode of your #1 rendezvous for guys on television, and that's none other than the Guys Hangout Show on Independent Television, reaching you live from the City of Bronze. Yep, I love to call it a city where the king is truly king. Now, for starters, the Guys Hangout Show is one show that teaches men to prioritize themselves, to put themselves first, to take very good care of themselves, and to invest in themselves. Only that way can they invest in others. There's a whole lot that's expected of men out there, right? As a man, you are, in fact, like some adages would say, the moment you are born as a man, the world is on your shoulders. So you can't afford to fail, because if you fail, it means that you have failed everyone around you. So basically, it's not easy being a man. My name is Harry Aigboje, and of course, it's my pleasure to say welcome on board once again. Now, I'm not alone. I've got an amazing gentleman with me, and together we're going to be taking a look at a very, very interesting conversation today. Now, he goes by the name of Michael Imagbejian. It's good to have you in the house, Michael.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here again.
Absolutely. It's been a while, I mean.
Yeah. A bit of work, I've been swamped at work, so only one or two things,
So how's it been, though?
It's been great, we have to make ends meet.
Definitely. I mean, it's all part of what I said earlier, that, as a man, a whole lot is expected of you, so you can't afford not to, live up to expectations.
Of course, in this rigid economy, you have to be rigid.
You've got to be rigid.
Of course,
When times get hard, you go harder.
Yeah, of course.
All right, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Now, so we're taking a look at a very important discourse tonight, all right? It's something that has to do with love, lust, and obsession. Okay, now as distinct as these three words are, there seems to be some sort of similarities between them. You know, they are as similar as they are different. For example, love is defined by so many persons in so many ways. So if you ask like 5 persons to define love, for instance, you know, there's a tendency that their definitions are going to differ. So, you know, love is something that is based on people's experiences. So how I will define love is probably different from how you will define it. So if you were asked to define love, for instance, how would you define it?
Yeah, thank you very much. Love is actually a very, very important thing, all right? And over the years, the word love has been bastardized by different persons. And I will want to define love as putting someone else's needs before yours, all right? So I want to make use of an example of a mother. Now, if a mother, maybe a child is ravenous and the mother is ravenous to you're hungry. See, if the mother has 500 naira, the mother will want to spend it on the child. That's because the mother loves the child. One of the love, that's what they call the love, because the child needs to come before the mother. That's the example of love.
Okay.
You get, so it has to be putting somebody. Doesn't mean you have to kill yourself. No. You get my point.
Okay.
So it has to be. You just have to consider the person first. Most of the things that you think about, the person comes first. You get, now maybe as a guy, you want to venture into business. You think about the lady. Join me. Let's think. Let's meet minds.
Let's rub minds.
You get, yeah. Let's meet minds. You get. So that person's needs have to come before yours. Even if you are going to a job or particular thing, you have to consider the person. Will it affect this my partner?
Okay.
Will all my attention not be sold into this my job? So that's just the most of the concept of that love.
So in other words, love is putting someone else's needs before yours.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so let's take a look at the next word in this context. How would you define lust?
All right. I think the word lust is actually ambiguous in
Okay.
nature. Yeah. In the relationship context, lust will be taken or carried away by what you see.
Okay.
What you hear.
Being physically attracted to someone.
Physically attracted to what you see.
Okay.
Like most guys today, they are moved by voluptuous ladies. They are moved by voluptuous ladies. They're not actually moved by. See, they just want to show off. They want to showcase that this is the person I'm with. There's this phrase or this cliche that people normally use now. They want everybody to comment God when in their post. You understand?
Okay. So they're looking for trophy women.
Of course. You understand? So this is that voluptuous lady. They want to. So they sometimes confuse that thing for love. Most of the time, they want to always call the person. They want to always see the person. They want to always go out to the person to showcase. It's not actually love.
Okay.
You get it. They're just moved by this.
By the person's appearance.
Of course, not actually what they feel.
Okay.
You understand what they feel from the heart.
Okay.
Just they are moved by the physique stuff, by the flesh.
Okay.
You understand? So that's just it, basically.
And then, of course, there's the third one, which is obsession.
Obsession.
Obsession is often mistaken for love, right? This is because when someone is obsessed, for instance, they tend to go the extra mile to do certain things that might suggest that they are actually acting in that person's favor.
Yeah.
But when you take a look at the extremes of those things that they're doing, you get to realize that it's really not love after all.
Of course, yeah.
That, there's something else that's driving them. There's another driving force entirely.
Yeah.
So how do you know when someone is obsessed and not in love?
All right. This obsession thing is I don't know the point right now, but many persons are upset, but they actually think they're in love.
Okay.
All right. Now, for example, most people in relationship, they don't want to give their partner breathing space. That definitely does not love.
They're obsessed.
They're crazily obsessed.
Okay.
Now, if you actually love someone, sometimes you want to give the person breathing space so that the person can be happy. Okay, I'm at work and you keep calling me and you keep saying that person's voice I hear is not the female voice that I hear. That will lead to jeopardy. That's not love. You're pushing me to the wall.
Okay.
You want to make me go crazy. I'll not be happy. And in love, you have to be happy. There has to be a certain great amount of happiness. But this one, you are pushing me to the wall. I'll fall into melancholy. I'll start thinking like, okay, let me do what to please this person. I want to please this person. Then it becomes bogus life.
So the person begins to walk on eggshells.
You understand? So I begin to live this kind of bogus life. I'll start pretending to please you. And of course, I won't be happy internally.
And you won't be yourself.
I won't be myself. I will not be pretending when you are there. And that's not really love. Love is just, I just have to be free. I can do nothing things where you are, and you like me like that. You get?
Okay.
So that obsession now comes with extremity. You understand? That's what I put it.
Okay, now we've seen several cases of men who went as far as inflicting bodily harm on, people they claim to be in love with. You see guys who are in relationships, and you begin to hear stories of them, like I saw a particular video, for instance, on Facebook of a guy who stabbed his girlfriend in the belly, and she was in the pool of her blood, right? I don't know what happened between them. I think the girl also harmed him somehow, because both of them were bleeding profusely, right? Now, news has it that it was on account of something that happened between them. It was on account of, the guy suspecting her of having an affair with someone else. Now, some persons have also argued that it is way better to just call it quits if you can no longer, tolerate certain things, rather than going as far as inflicting bodily harm. Now, wouldn't you consider that an act of obsession?
Yeah, that should be a wonderful example of obsession.
Okay.
Yeah. See, the person that you love, you don't want to see them hurt. Or you don't want to see them hurt psychologically, emotionally, physically. In fact, if you love a flower, most of the time, let me use that particular Chinese phrase. If you love a flower, you don't pluck it and eat it. You keep watering it.
Okay.
Now, if you love someone,
so you want to watch it grow.
Just want to watch it grow. You want to keep that. You want to see it blossom. You won't hurt them. You do everything. You be their vigilante. You want to protect them at all costs. So going the extreme to want to hurt someone, that's not love. But love will not push you. In fact, love will stop you from hurting the ones you claim to love.
Okay, but some persons have also argued that, first off, that's the example I just gave is an offshoot of jealousy or insecurity, right? And then there are people who argue that jealousy is a sign of love. That it takes someone who loves you to be jealous over you.
All right. Okay.
What's your take on that?
Let me step into that.
Okay.
They said, I think there's this disparity between jealousy and insecurity.
Okay.
Jealousy is angry or sad. Somebody have what you want. Insecurity is you are scared to lose what you have.
Okay, then there's also the dimension of jealousy that suggests that you might be scared of losing someone. For example, you're in a relationship with someone and you are scared that the person you're with might be giving attention to someone else, which might lead to you losing that person to the other person.
That's what I'm saying right now.
Okay, so you think that is not jealousy?
No. See, if I'm feeling insecure, I'm afraid that they want to come and steal something from me. The jealousy, like the denotative meaning of jealousy is like you're angry or sad that somebody have what you want.
Okay.
So your partner is already yours.
Okay.
There is no need to be angry or sad for that. But insecurity is you are scared to lose what you have. So people actually misconstrue both of them. You understand?
Okay.
You understand? That's what the concept about it.
Now, we've seen people who claim to be in love, but if you tell them, okay, for example, there are some ladies that will tell you that, say, some guys cannot stand a sexless relationship, right? And then the moment you tell some guys that, see, there's no sex in this relationship, we're just going to keep it, casual, keep it as platonic as possible. And then they'll tell you, no, it can't work. Now, how can such guys claim to be in love? Do you think that's love? Do you think love is possible without coupling, without sex?
Yeah.
Because we're looking at this now as regards, the lost part. This is like a tripod. Love, lust, and obsession. So I want us to look at it holistically. So do you think it's possible for someone to be in love without being lustful?
Yes, thank you very much. That is very, very, very possible. In fact, I think it's more healthy not to have sex, especially in this period, not to have sex in a relationship.
Okay.
Because most times right now, you see some guys, they get tired of the relationship when the sex becomes too much. Before you know it, they want to look elsewhere for fresher meat. You understand? So
okay.
It's actually
do
possible.
Do you by any means are you by any means referring to over familiarity?
Yeah, over familiarity.
So you get too familiar with it.
Yes. Sometimes maturity comes in. Maturity. What is that? Let's have a talk, right? Let's have a tete-a-tete. Like, what should we and what should we not do? See, if the girl says she doesn't want, that's when the love comes in. You have to respect it, because it's not bad for her to reject sex. She says she want to keep it for you. As a responsible man, you should applaud her.
Okay.
And do your level best to protecting that stuff, protecting everything about it.
Knowing very well that it's still going to be yours in the long run.
Yours for eternity. So
Okay.
you don't have to rush. That's where the love comes in. So most of the time, love brings in understanding. No matter how crazy somebody can be, it brings in understanding. Sometimes that love for that person. See, if the girl say, "I don't want that," if you force yourself or you get to do it, maybe
Against her will.
eventually, yes, you will hurt her, and somebody that you love, you can't hurt the person. So that's where maturity comes in. So that maturity there have to be this agreement, this consensus that we don't want this particular thing now because, well, it's not actually a need. It's not actually a basic thing that we need right now.
Okay.
Because it's just like a flash before it is gone. Sex ends once it ends in bed. It doesn't continue.
Okay.
The feeling is ethereal. We know that.
Okay.
But it's just, how do I put it? It's ephemeral. You get, it's just lasting for a very short time.
Okay.
You get, so it's not something that prolongs. So if you really, really love the person, you want to see reasons why the person say, "I don't want, and I'm not keeping it for you." That's better. As a man with sagacity, you need to understand that. Okay, I'm good with it.
Okay.
You get, and flow with it, and you see everything going smoothly. Understand?
All right, thank you very much. Just in case you're just joining us, it's the Guys Hangout show on Independent Television, and tonight we're taking a look at love, lust, and obsession. Now, it's a very interesting topic because, like I said in the opening, these three concepts are closely knitted. They are closely related, and if care is not taken, there is a tendency for you to get them mixed up, right? But they are, three distinct concepts. All right, now, Mike.
Yep.
You said earlier, just before I interrupted you, that there are people who feel entitled to a woman's body. There are guys who believe, just because they're in a relationship with a lady, they should have unfettered access to her body. Now, if you tell them what you just said, that they have to respect a woman's decision to keep herself till marriage, they will also tell you that, well, at least I'm taking care of her. Does that also mean that I should withdraw my finances or do you understand? What do you make of that kind of notion?
All right, that's a poorer mentality. A man that has future plans for a lady and matured upstairs, we don't want to do that. First of all, I don't think she forced you into spending for her.
Okay.
It was just out of willingness.
But we've also seen situations where a lady would, gaslight or manipulate a man into spending for her. Some of them don't outrightly ask.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You understand? I mean, Valentine just, came to an end. And of course, you know what that means. A lot of guys were under intense pressure, to live up to certain expectations, like, buying gifts, sending money, taking care of her and all of that. Some of these ladies don't outrightly ask.
Yeah.
All they do is just complain and tell you, "Oh, I need to make my hair."
They begin to compare you with.
Do you understand? And begin to. In fact, some of them will even tell you about their friends and what their friends' boyfriends are doing for them.
Do you know that my friend Benedicta, the boyfriend?
Exactly.
Indirect.
So exactly. So some guys see that as an indirect mode of making demands or making requests. What do you make of that?
All right. If you don't have, let the person know you don't have.
Okay.
That's where it comes. In the outset of the relationship, you should know you want to get, to this thing with, the person, this extravagant person, this person is spendthrift. Only want to ask you for money and everything. It's not the kind of person you are with.
You're dealing with, okay.
When at the outset of the relationship, you knew that this is the kind of person that he is, and you went eventually.
So you're saying that guys should take their time to vet,
of course,
ladies that they are getting involved with.
Study them, but not for too long.
Okay.
You don't be too long. You can study them, know the kind of person you are with. Because some of them can just change up their colors, that camouflage.
Cool surprises on you. Okay.
Understand? So the truth of the matter is that most of these guys, they don't force you. See, if you know your pocket, go along with the pockets. You don't have to kill yourself. If a guy dies because of a girl, another guy will follow.
Continue from where he stopped.
Not just that, another guy will follow her to your burial. That's the painful part of it. So you don't have to die for a lady. Do the way your pockets can
cut your coat according to your cloth.
Of course, according to your cloth. You understand? So just do the way you think Don't go beyond that. Don't go beyond to please. Human wants are insatiable. You can borrow 1 billion for her. She will still go for somebody that will give out 5 million. So just do your level best and leave the rest. Understand? So a mature lady will understand.
A mature lady.
Of course.
I think that's very key, because the sad thing is, a lot of, just like you said, a lot of guys do not take their time to study the kind of ladies that they're getting involved with.
Moved by what they saw. Let me just go into it. Later, we'll begin to understand ourselves. Sometimes predicament begin to come up.
And it begins to reveal people's true colors.
Good. That's when you not hear that if I knew this how you were, I wouldn't have entered a relationship with. That's a pang, you know, for people to hear. If I knew you were like this.
Okay.
See, you knew from the outset. You just turned the blind eyes.
So you mean guys tend to ignore the red flags from the start?
They tend to, I beg, and this is the kind of person I want body-wise. Just enter, but later they begin to see some, you know, some terrible things.
Surprises. Okay.
You understand?
Now, you said something earlier about the fear of losing, you know, one's partner.
Yeah.
As one of the reasons why, you know, some guys do what they do, right? Now, do you also agree? Because some persons will tell you that, say, if you want to know if someone loves you, or if something belongs to you, or if you're a bird, I think there's an adage like that. Like if you want to know if your bird is loyal to you, release it, let it fly away, right? If it comes back to you, then it's yours. But if it doesn't come back, then it means it was never yours in the first place. Do you think that rule also applies to relationships?
No, of course. Yeah, somebody that really loves you will not want to see you be alone. The person will wants to be with you. When, like, not in the case of the obsession.
Okay.
It wants to be with you. It wants to ask about you. Like, it
wants to check up on you. Wants to know what's up with you.
I just want to know if you're okay. Oh, you're busy. All right. We can talk some other time. Maturity. So the person that really loves you want to stay in thick and in thin. No matter. Say, the person that really loves you, if a problem arises, it won't threaten you with, I will just leave you, we'll break up. That's childishness. The person that really loves you will be like, okay, after the altercation, all right, it's okay. All right,
what's the way forward? Can we sort things out?
You know you were wrong. I'm wrong, actually. I'm sorry. But you know you were wrong, and I will not want that to repeat itself. Be a smooth relationship.
Okay.
Understand? So the person that really loves you will not want to leave or threaten you with, I'm going to leave, and that kind of stuff. Understand?
Now, how do you deal with this fear of losing a partner? Do you think it's a sign of insecurity? Or do you think it's a healthy feeling that anyone that's in love should have?
Yeah, but it should not be too extreme. Now, if I love my phone because it has so much content, I will not want to lose. I'll protect it with my life. In fact, when I bought the taxi, I always remove my pocket and hold it in my hand. That's because of the value I place on the phone.
Okay.
Now, if I'm afraid to lose someone, to me, is one of the peak of love. If I'm not afraid to lose you, it means
you don't love them.
have no worth
to
me, and there's no love. I've gotten what I want from you, then you can go. But if I have this menial phobia to lose you, of course, it means that there is love. That's just the concept about it. So your partner must have this tiny fear, like this insecurity. It mustn't be jealous, because sometimes jealousy leads to something crazy. Your emotions will just get the better part of you, and you see yourself doing things that you are not actually or didn't plan for. So that tint of insecurity is actually good. It's actually a good sign. It's a green flag to me. So your partner must have this a little bit of fear, like of not wanting to lose you.
Of losing you. Okay. Now let's take a look at the concept of patience and perseverance, right? As regards love, as regards relationship. Do you think people of this generation are patient enough? Do you think they persevere enough? Because a lot of times you hear stories, or you hear people say stuff like, "See, I have zero tolerance for nonsense. If you misbehave, in fact, I can't even tolerate any drama from anybody." Like, everybody is just so quick to move on. So do you think that's healthy?
I think it's fearfully unhealthy. Because then we're in the Gen Z era, whereby people just believe relationship now is more of sex. If you see some guys now, some guys can have their friend. You are very foolish for not sleeping with this girl till now. You understand? So that kind of particular pressure now, it hits on the guy or the girl, or maybe a girl is not actually gaining so much from the guy. There's this pressure from the friends that you're not actually getting from this guy. Now, for the patience talks inside. Now, the patience there is not actually there anymore. They just see most of the females want to make quick money. They just want to. They think that the relationship now is an asset. Is like a means of getting money. So if you're not,
so it's a means to an end now.
Of course, like if you are working and you're not giving them, they keep giving you some signals.
Okay.
Like, see, I'm giving you from now till this particular period.
And if you can't live up to expectation,
I want to buy this Bone Street or Boring Bend, whatever. If you're not able to meet up to the time, I will quit. They will threaten you, and that Ghana will fall into depression or melancholy.
All right.
You understand?
Okay, thank you very much, Michael. I really wish we had more time to, expatiate on this. We really do have to go. I want to say a very big thank you to you for being a part of the show. We've been taking a look at Love, Lost, and Obsessed. Guys, Hangout Show on Independent Television. My name is Harry Igbo J, and until I come your way again, same time, same station next week, this is me saying, stay out of trouble and enjoy the rest of your night.
ITV, certainly the best.
Omonyoba Nedu Ukwakolopolo, Ewai II, Oba of Benin, stepped out majestically with loud crowd to perform the Soton rites of his late mother, Queen Mother Ioba Omoni Ikoyeme, Ioba Ewai II, who departed this world 49 years ago. Isoton is a traditional rite of the procession in memory of the departed person's spirit in Benin Kingdom. It is usually heralded by public display of the departed person's influence during their sojourn on earth. The display of a human effigy symbolizing the departed royal matriarch was preceded by the Oba of Benin, who led the procession from his palace to the Immortal Shrine at King Square in Benin City, where he offered prayers for the repose of the soul of the Queen Mother, Ioba Ewai II. Thereafter, the priest assigned to the Immortal Shrine offered Oba Ewai II items for Isoton on behalf of his family. However, Chok, known as Uri, represented a mixture from royal fans after ancestral spirits were invoked to bear witness and announce his arrival. On his way home, Oba Ewai paid tributes at various pilgrimage sites, including
Queen Idia Tomb beside Oba Market, where a cheerful crowd of traders abandoned their wares to catch a glimpse of the royal personage and join in the celebration.
ITV, certainly the best.
A very good afternoon to you, and thanks for joining us on ITV News for this time. I am Harry Igboje. We begin with the federal government, which has rolled out 2,000 tractors and over 9,000 precision implements to ignite a national agricultural productivity revolution. The equipment meant to boost food production and strengthen national food security will be distributed in phases, beginning with 600 tractors, which will be followed by additional deployments of 750 and 650 tractors. Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abubakar Kyari, who made this known in Abuja on Monday, described the Renewed Hope National Agricultural Mechanization Initiative as the largest ever undertaking in Africa. Kyari revealed a plan by the federal government to build a tractor assembly plant capable of producing between 2,000 and 4,000 tractors annually. He added that the initiative is expected to address Nigeria's long-standing mechanization deficit and support over 1.2 million farmers across more than 1.5 million hectares annually. The minister said the tractors would not be distributed to individuals who deployed through certified mechanism service providers to maximize utilization and ensure wider access. According to him, the program is expected to enhance food sovereignty, create jobs, and stimulate economic growth.